Thanks for tuning in to Chats with Your Self-Worth BFF. This is your host, Mikaela Filar, where we are here to skyrocket your self-worth, heal your shit, and take your power back. Welcome to the chat. Hey guys, welcome back to Chats with Your Self-Worth BFF. It's your host, Mikaela Filar. I am so excited about 2024. I don't know about you, but I've got some big goals, big dreams, big aspirations. And I know that this is just going to be such an abundant, amazing, incredible year for me, for you, and I cannot wait to see what unfolds. Okay, so first thing is first, I want to remind you that January 16th, The Awakening Round 2 is going to be live. And it is on sale right now. You can get in the doors right now. The Awakening is all about skyrocketing your self-love, your self-image, expediting your manifestations, and guiding you to become the magnetic force that you are. And all of this is going to be happening while getting reconnected to the highest frequency version of you. There are journal prompts, there's homework, there's a community of like-minded individuals that are all working towards becoming a higher frequency version of themselves. This 4-week program is jam-packed with incredible information and tools and techniques that I have personally learned over the last year. I've taken everything that I've learned, not everything, so that would be a lot, but a lot of what I've learned, like the key things that really helped me change and become a higher frequency version of myself. And I threw it into this 4-week program. So if you are looking to really get in touch with your intuition, if you are looking to expedite your manifestations, if you are looking to become that magnetic it girl where they walk into a room and all eyes are on them and everyone's asking, who the fuck is that? That is the energy that we are stepping into in 2024. Okay? Okay. So today, since we are talking about manifesting our goals, our dreams, our making our manifestations come into our physical reality, and having these big goals and ambitions and dreams, and maybe you're doing something that not everybody can wrap their head around, right? So for me personally, ever since I started my entrepreneurship journey, I've always had pushback. I've always had people that are like, why don't you get a normal job that's more steady, that that you can rely on more? And this is the thing. I could. And there are other things that I do other than podcasting, other than my life coaching business. And I am not going to forget about my passion or not go after what I actually am passionate about and what I actually do enjoy, like love to do, just because it's not like raking in the dough like consistently yet. Okay. And I've been doing what I'm doing now for a year. As you know, this podcast is almost a year old, which is so crazy. And things can take time, especially when you have to rewire the way that you used to think, which is something that I've definitely had to work on. And that's why I'm so passionate about helping others do the same. When you have years and years and years of negative self-beliefs and self-doubt and imposter syndrome and not believing in yourself or just talking negatively about yourself, like when you have years of that wired into your subconscious, it's going to take time to rewire your brain to get on the same level of and the same energy of holding of that person who has the multi-million-dollar business, who doesn't, listen to what everyone else is saying around them. And so that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today, is just getting really clear on, like, if you do have something that you're going after, like a goal or a dream, like growing a business, that maybe people who you really, really love don't quite understand and cannot wrap their heads around, like, why you're doing this. So with the holidays, being here and just passing, We did it. Yay, we got through another year. No, but with the holidays just passing, I noticed that there were a lot of conversations that I had with family members and with friends and with complete strangers, right? That were a lot of, oh, like, what are you doing for work? And, oh, uh, why are you doing that? Or like it doesn't even really make sense, or like, yeah, you think you can make that much money doing what you're trying to do right now, like, haha, like they don't understand. Okay. And for me at this point in my career, and with all of the work that I've done around my belief in myself and what I'm doing, and the rewiring my, with my, how I used to have really bad imposter syndrome. And I used to constantly take advice from people who were not going where I'm going. So maybe you have this dream, you have this goal, and you caught yourself a lot talking about it a lot, or maybe you weren't talking about it a lot. Something that and like, because you were talking about it a lot or not talking about it a lot, like, and you were getting feedback from these people, right? From your family members, from your friends, from people you just met. So, thing is, for me, the I you know, I my family, they support me, and they wanna see me thrive, and they care. And oftentimes when people wanna see you thrive and they care, and you tell them that you want your podcast to blow up, you want, your coaching business and everything is online, and that you're an intuitive energetic healer, like, they don't really get it. Like, they kind of get it, they want to get it, they try to get it, but like, they can't wrap their heads around it. And you, in that moment, when you're getting that feedback, have to constantly remind yourself that this is your passion. Like, this is your dream for a reason. God, source, universe, whoever you pray to, would not put that in your head if it were not possible for you. As long as you do not quit, you will get there eventually. But you have to have the strength within you to block out what they are saying. Maybe if it's like not something that is positive or helping you grow in your belief within yourself, right? So I got a lot of like, oh, like, how's your business going? And it's like, it's going great. Thank you for asking so much. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited and I'm so passionate about it. And they're like, oh, so like asking me, this is my immediate family, like asking me how much I'm making. And I'm not making what I desire to make yet. It will happen. I know it will. In the future, it will happen. And I just have to stand strong in that belief in myself that I have everything that I need inside of me to make this happen. And that everything that I'm doing is just enough to make it happen. No matter what, no matter if I have a good day or a bad day, no matter if I get all my tasks done or 3 of my tasks out of 10 of my tasks done, I got it done. And whatever I did in that day is enough to get me to where I'm going. Right. But a lot of times, what happens when we get with like our close friends or families and we're talking about our dreams and our aspirations and all these big ideas that we have, we can get bogged down by like the feedback if it's not always positive. Like oh, that's not reliable, or you're still depending on everyone else, or why don't you just get a normal job? And it's like, I don't want a fucking normal job. Like, I just don't. Like, whatever is quote unquote normal for them, right? Like, this is my normal. I don't want like like what society deems as like a normal life. Therefore, I'm not going to do what's normal. I'm going to do something that is outside of the box, and I'm going and like, I know that I can fucking do it. I am doing it. So, it's just continuing to do it, and continuing to believe in yourself, and continuing to block out the noise, and continuing to keep your blinders on and focus on what's in front of you. And I know that that's really hard to do when like these people that you absolutely love and love you are giving you advice. But the thing is, like, look at their life and ask yourself, do you want to switch lives with them? Are you willing to switch lives with them? If the answer to that question is no, then I would not take advice from that person, right? that is something that I am leaving. I think I left that in 2022, honestly. Like, I do not take advice from people who are not exactly where I want to be. And the rooms that I put myself in, the friends that I have are all entrepreneurs making 10K plus months. You know, they've got these crazy dreams, these crazy goals that make my dreams and my goals small. My mentor made $80,000 in a month last month, right? Like, if that is possible for her, it is possible for me, period. Do I know when it's going to happen? Do I know exactly how it's going to happen? No, but I do know that it's going to happen for me, right? And that's like the belief that you have to have in yourself. So, despite, and I mean, this probably isn't just during the holidays too. Like, from my mentor, she told me not to, like, to be careful about who you are sharing your dreams and your aspirations with, because sometimes people like to give unsolicited advice, and that unsolicited advice is not necessary. And you have to learn how to block it out, how to decipher what you're actually going to take in and what you're going to be like, that's not my story. So, with that being said, like, today's episode is all about encouraging you to make sure that you are talking to the right people when it comes to your dreams and your aspirations and your goals. And then to not give up no matter what. Even when things get hard, know that everything is happening for you, not to you, and everything is for a reason. Maybe you don't have like your dream clientele yet. If that's the case, like, know that when it does happen, or like that you're just not ready for it. Maybe you still have growing to do, maybe you still have learning to do, and that's why you're not attracting these high ticket, high end offers yet. But do know that as long as you're continuing to grow and to work on yourself, that you are becoming an energetic match for your dream client, and it's going to happen for you. But you have to keep your blinders on, and you have to block out the noise, and you have to stop caring about what everyone else is saying about your shit, because it's not their shit. It's yours. It's your dream. So go after it. I don't care what anyone says. If you have something that you want to do, if you have something you want to make happen for yourself, that's in your head for a reason. It is possible for you. No matter what anyone says. If they're saying that it's not possible, if they're saying like that doesn't make any sense, it's not supposed to make sense to everybody. You can't make everyone happy. You can't please them all. But you have to just keep going and keep doing what makes you happy, because that is what makes a happy life. As long as you are doing something that lights you up and that you are passionate about, you are good. And a lot of the times, like, I went to a few Christmas parties, holidays parties, and I met a lot of new people. And my go-to question when I'm talking to somebody new and they ask me, oh, like, what do you do for work? And I tell them, I'm an intuitive energetic healer. I have an online coaching business where I help people get reconnected to their higher self and step into their power and remember who the fuck they are. Like, that is what I do. That is what I do. And they kind of look at me sideways, right? Because that's not something that you hear all the time. You hear, oh, I'm in finance. Oh, I'm a doctor. I'm a lawyer. I'm a fitness instructor. Like, all of these things that are quote unquote normal jobs, but you don't hear what I do very often. And so when I ask them, oh, so like I tell them what I do, and then they're like, well, sometimes I get like that's amazing. From the strangers that I talk to about what I do, I get that's so amazing. And I'm like, thank you. What do you do? And then they tell me what they do. And then I ask them, because the way that they say it, like, I want to, like, 90% of the time I ask this question, I'm asking them and they're saying it and they're not lit up. I can tell they're not happy. Or I can tell that they have dreams and aspirations, but they don't even know how they can get paid for those, how they can turn that into a lucrative business, right? Their wheels aren't turning because they're just stuck in this box that society has put us in at such a young age as to go to school, graduate, go to college, graduate, get a job that pays the bills, live your life, right? I don't agree with that. And I don't think that everyone should live in this box. I think that we should step outside of the box and do what actually makes us happy, because that's how you live a happy and fulfilled life. If you're constantly going to work every day, dreading walking in through that door, what kind of life is that? You're going to go in and clock in and be there for however long, and you don't even really want to be there. You're wasting your life, in my opinion. I would rather be dirt broke than go and work a 9 to 5 that I fucking hate every day. It just doesn't sound like a life I should live, right? Like I would I don't even like I would do what I do. I would do it for free. That's how much I love it. So, when you can find something that you love so much that you're willing to do it for free and just be dirt broke and you want to do it for free, like that's how much you love it so much. Then you found your passion. You found what you're supposed to do. You found your purpose. But if you're stuck in something right now that like isn't fulfilling and isn't lighting you up, and you know that there's something out there that's like more for you, that's better for you, that's more aligned with you, then go do that. And if you have to start from the bottom or start from scratch, or you don't even know what you're doing, as long as you're doing something to work towards it every single day, eventually something's going to stick. So just remember that. You don't need to do anything that you don't want to do. And a lot of the times, like, people do that. They do the 9 to 5 thing, or they do a job that they really don't like and that they're not passionate about just because it pays the bills. It's like there are so many ways in this day and age to make money and to pay the bills. So it might not be comfortable for you. And you might be stressed here and there. But if you're happy because you're actually doing things that light you up, that you're passionate about, then like do that. Doesn't that sound better? It sounds better to me. Because also 90% of the people that I know that do have 9 to 5 jobs, or that do have jobs that like quote unquote pay the bills, that's all they're doing. They're literally working to pay the bills, and then they have like barely anything left over, and they're stressed. And it's like, I can't wrap my head around living a life like that. I'm sorry. I can't. So if you are like me and you have huge goals, huge dreams, huge aspirations, not everybody can wrap their heads around. I'm encouraging you to not give up. No matter what anyone says, no matter who it is, do not give up on your dream, on your goal, on your aspiration, because it will happen as long as you are taking the steps necessary to make it happen every day. So at these parties, at these events that I meet these new people, and they tell me about what they're doing, and then they give me the spiel, and they're like, "Oh yeah, but like it's whatever, it pays the bills." Like, I can't tell you how many times I've heard that this year. It's all right, it pays the bills. Meanwhile, I'm sitting there talking about what I'm doing with a huge smile on my face, okay? And they're like, I was talking to somebody just recently, and he was like, "I love the way that you like light up when you're talking." Like, he said, "We don't have to talk about work if you don't want to." And my response was actually like, I would love to talk to you about what I do, because I love what I do. And he was like, "See, that's what I want." And I'm like, "You can get it." I'm like, "Here's what you're going to do." And this is what I tell my clients. So I'm going to share it with you guys on the pod. I want you to write down everything that you love to do, all the things that light you up. Or maybe it's an experience that you've been through that you had to get yourself from A to B, and you know that if you had somebody there holding your hand, helping you along the way, that it would have gone a lot smoother, a lot more smooth, right? Like, maybe that's how you make money. But also, as far as like writing down all the things that you want to do, write down all the things that you really love, that light you up, that make you happy. And then ask yourself, sit down and be like honest with yourself. How can I make money doing these things, or doing a few things? Pick out a few things from that list that you think could make you money, could make you an income, and then go do that. Like I said, there's so many ways to make money. And I'm not saying quit your job and go after your dreams right now. Like, we all have to start from somewhere. And if you have to grow a business alongside of doing other things, then so be it. I've done it. I'm still doing it. I still do things on the side of my podcasting, on the side of my life coaching business. But when people ask me what I do, I don't acknowledge those things because that's not my main priority. My main priority is my coaching business. My main priority is helping others become a higher frequency version of themselves. My main priority is building my own brand and building my business around my life context. It's not building my life around my job. It's not only having 2 weeks of vacation time a year. It's not having to ask for time off. It's none of those fucking things. It's not having to take a vacation from my life because my life is just fucking great. Right? Like that's the dream. That's the reality that I'm stepping into. So, if you have something that you are super fucking passionate about, if you have a goal, if you have a dream, if you have something that lights you up, go do it. Go start. Just start. Get out of your own way. The only person that is in your way is yourself. So get out of your own way and just start. And when it comes to people chiming in, do not take advice from people who are not exactly where you want to be. Put yourself in spaces, in rooms, in conversations around people who are where you are going. Get yourself a mentor who is where you want to be. Get yourself a mentor who has the mindset that you need in order to step into this new person, into this new version of you, right? We're not playing small in 2024 because this is an 8-year and it is a year of prosperity. It is a year of success. It is a year of fucking thriving, and good fortune favors the bold. And if you're bold and you chase after whatever the fuck it is that you want, you're going to get it. But the trick is you can't give up. And you can't let the voices of others, no matter how close they are to you, no matter how much you love them, cannot let them get in your head. That is not your story. Stand true in who you are and stop letting the pressures of society get you down. Stop letting the pressure of society make you feel like what you're dreaming of doing isn't enough. Whatever your definition of success is, it is. My definition of success is everything that I've just explained, like being happy in doing what I'm doing, not having to take a vacation from work because I love work, right? Not having to ask for time off. Doesn't that sound great? And I know like some people might be listening to this and like rolling their eyes, but like the reality is that it's possible. I see it all the fucking time. All these coaches online, all these people that are living out their dream, that are like doing things that they don't really understand like how, but they're just doing it because they know that it's getting them closer to where they want to be in life. Like that's what you want. That's what you should be doing. You should be doing something that lights you up, not something that sucks the fucking energy out of you. We are not meant to we're meant to live. We're not meant to work for 60, 70 years of our lives, retire, and then be too, I hate using this word, but being too old or feeling too old, I should say, to go and adventure and to do all the things that we are actually should be doing also when we're young. Like this isn't like we should be doing everything that we want to do now because why not? Why the fuck not? And if money is an issue, then go make more of it. Money is literally an energy. You have to be in alignment for more money. And if you're constantly in a state of I don't have and lack and scarcity, then that's what you're going to get more of. Change your fucking mindset. Step into the energy of your higher self. Step into the energy of this person who has your dream life. And go get what's yours. That is all I have for you today. thank you so much for listening. Happy 2024. I am very excited about where this podcast is heading. Next week, we will have a podcast episode with a special guest. We are going to be chatting about dating, and it's just going to be really spicy and really good. I have a good feeling about this one, and with the direction of where this podcast is going to be headed. So stay tuned. I can't wait for more episodes. I cannot wait to hear what you think about where this podcast is heading. And I can't wait to see you guys crush your goals and your dreams and your aspirations for 2024. Go get what's yours. Chat soon.